Hello, welcome back to the channel, Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Canbase. So, we play Accrington Stanley at home tomorrow, a game which I'm going to in the third round of the FA Cup. So, great day out for the small Lancashire club that are based between Burnley and Blackburn. So, I'm sure their supporters will enjoy coming to Anfield, and I'm sure the players will as well. So, Arne Slot's press conference. First question about transfers. Interesting answer, really. He didn't give anything away. There's been a silly rumour linking us with, I have no idea what the Georgian winger's called, Krakavash Sheila or somebody like that. You're probably laughing at me now. Took me ages to get Dom Slobosly announced correctly, but I've no idea. But yeah, interesting what he said about transfers, about players coming in and going out. 21 days left in the window, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens on that point. He was asked about Harvey Elliott and not getting time. Does he need to get minutes? He said, look, unfortunately for Harvey, he got injured in the second game and it's took him a while to come back, and now he has to find his rhythm. You've heard me talk about muscle memory. It's very hard to get back into some kind of rhythm because you automatically do things that you've been doing well before, and then when you've been injured, those things take a bit of time coming back, and that's where your muscle memory helps you out there. So yeah, it was interesting about that. He was asked about, will some of the youngsters be given time, minutes in this game because it's League Two opposition? Now, just touching on this being League Two opposition, some of those players will have been in academy clubs at Accrington Stanley. So they ain't going to be no mugs. Just because they're playing League Two, you know, we write them off at our peril. But they will come with a game plan. They're going to be physical. So, you know, putting in 16, 17, 18-year-old youngsters against well bedded in League Two players with experience is not a good idea, because we already play our under-21s in the Football League trophy, and you can see that, you know, we don't hardly get anywhere with that. It's just pure experience. But this is the FA Cup, so expect Liverpool to be strong on that. So yeah, he didn't really say nothing much. He said, look, I'll know more about Accrington Stanley today, but he says he does remember the advert with where the boy is going to play at Anfield for Accrington Stanley, you know, so which was good. So he was asked about, you know, dips in form. He said, look, the margins are fine. We had good wins against West Ham and Tottenham, but obviously in between there's been different performances. And what I like about Arne, he protects his players really well. You know, he doesn't call them out. You know, even when Trent was having a bad game against United, he didn't call him out. He just said, look, he's just had an off day. It's just one of those things, you know. He's had other off days in other games. So it's got nothing to do with his contract situation, you know, and things like that. So he does protect the players well. Talking about protection then, my starting 11. You might disagree with me on that. Give me your version of the starting 11. But here's mine. Queen Keller back in between the sticks, and I think he's a shoo-in for this game tomorrow. Right back, Connor Bradley. I know it's dead easy to say start Trent. I mean, the only reason he would start Trent is if he's going to be captain in the game. And I'll touch on the centre halves in a moment. But I think it's going to be Connor Bradley. I'd play Robbo at left back. Make him captain as well. In the centre, I'd go Jarell Kwanzaa. And before you shoot me down, he only had 10 minutes against Tottenham. I'd put Ibu in there with him. Jarell Kwanzaa had a bit of an illness issue when he started the game. And that's why he came off after 10-15 minutes. But he's all fit. He does need to have a big game, does Jarell Kwanzaa. I think he's not going to find it easy against running forwards of Accrington Stanley. Accrington Stanley will play 4-4-2, I would imagine. Play long balls, trying to get behind them. They won't play through us, although they will be good footballers for them. So yeah, so that's my back five. Midfield, I think Wataru Endo should play the holding role, just to protect the back four. Dom Slobosly comes in. He's been ill, but he's trained. He trained with the under-21s yesterday, and he's trained with the first team today. So I expect him to come back in. Harvey Elliott should be the other one that should start in midfield. You know, we don't want Virgil van Dijk nowhere near in the centre backs. We don't want Ryan Gravenberg anywhere near. Maka. You know, or for that matter, Curtis Jones as well. And Curtis has played well, but I think he just needs a bit of a rest. So yeah, bring Harvey in. So up front, take your pick. Some people are saying that Darwin Núñez should start as down the middle as a striker. I'm not 100% convinced by him this season, and the more game time that you give him, he just looks all sorts out of it in front of the goals. I've given him so many opportunities this season. We've played 20 odd games, including World Cup games and home and abroad, league games 19. You can see he should be delivering now, the position that he plays, but he's not, is he? You know, so it's not my patience has run out with him. I don't think it's going to happen for him this season. People are saying, oh, well, he might come good second half of the season. I personally don't think he will. Just my opinion. So don't shoot me down on it. But I can't see him, you know, getting anything, even if he started against Accrington Stanley. It's just my opinion about him. So just barring him, no doubt that Arne will probably play him now. So yeah, left hand side, Cody only played 60 odd minutes against Tottenham. I'd put Cody there, put Luis Diaz on the right hand side. I think Louis needs some minutes, but let's put him down the right and see what he can do down there. People talking about Chiesa. I don't think Chiesa starts. I'll be surprised if he doesn't come on in this game. There isn't a position for Chiesa in Onslaught's team. So that's my opinion. It's all good and said. Look, when we signed him, he was a late summer signing, and we are, you know, quarter away into January, and he's only had a handful of minutes in games. That's not good enough. So I think he's on his way out of the club. That's my personal opinion. There's quality, there's talent there, but for some reason that isn't fitting into our mould, our style of play. So yeah, it's unfortunate for the lad, but yeah, that's how I feel. So you'll probably see lots of youngsters on the bench, I would imagine, for this cup tie as well. So Liverpool have to play to Liverpool's strengths. They have to take the game to Accrington Stanley the first 15-20 minutes, maybe longer. The Accrington Stanley players will be playing on adrenaline. It's at Anfield, it's a packed house. It'll be very vocal from their supporters. It needs to be very vocal from our supporters. I'm in the Kop. We can't just think about this game being a given, because you have to work your socks off. And don't forget, the team that I've chosen haven't played together in a competitive game, all 11 players, if Arne was to pick that team. So yeah, it's going to be a toughie, and we need to put our foot on the ball from the first minute and control the game and take our chances and put the game to bed early, and then just relax, enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Okay, that's enough from me. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a comment on what you actually think about the team selection. Would you go stronger than what I've done? My team's basically rotation on rotation, really. So but yeah, that's my team. And if you're new to the channel and you watch this for the first time, please subscribe and let's grow this channel. Okay, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. I will speak to you, or I'll do a video post-match. It'll be a late one tomorrow, as I'm out part of the day, most of the day, and when I get back I'll do one, so it'll be out late tomorrow. Okay, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Up the Reds.